What's up, guys? Brandon here, and I am back with another action figure review. Today we're taking a look at Avengers Endgame Titan Hero figures. We're looking at Thanos, Ronin, Black Widow, and the Hulk. Super awesome stuff. I was super happy to find these. They are, well, Thanos is 15 bucks. So is the Hulk, and then Black Widow and Ronin are 10 bucks a piece, and I was able to find these at Walmart. Super awesome stuff. Super happy to have found these. The other figures in the wave, I really want that War Machine. Hopefully we find them soon enough. The UPC for Thanos. Very cool stuff. And this is the Titan Hero Power FX gimmick, I guess you could say. I still haven't seen any of these with the arms that make sounds. Hopefully we find those soon. Taking a look next at Ronin, I am super excited for this figure. Hopefully we get some kind of sounds or phrases out at him. Because we haven't gotten a Ronin figure before, or a Hawkeye that has the ability to speak or has any phrases. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully he says something that can help us learn a little bit more about what's going on in the movie. And that's about it for Ronin. And if we take a look next at Black Widow, super excited for her. The sculpt looks awesome. Just got to be careful. Some of the printing on the eyes is not very good. On mine, it's a little off as well, but we'll get into that. You just got to be careful when you're picking your characters at the store. But a very cool looking figure, and I really dig this box art very much. And here's the UPC. And that's about it. And here's Hulk. Hulk is another really cool looking figure in that Avengers suit. Looks pretty awesome. I really like that box art. It looks like he's actually very smart. So that'll be very interesting to see. And taking a look at the back of the packaging. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Here's the UPC. And the other figures. Iron Man and Captain America, I believe I've already reviewed. And yeah, very cool stuff. And then, of course, at the top of the packaging, you get this Avengers logo, which is really cool. I like that a lot. Okay, we're going to get these figures out of the packaging and take a closer look, so stay tuned. Alright, you guys, we got these figures out of the packaging. Let's take a closer look. First at Thanos, a really cool looking figure, and he has a lot of detail sculpted on him, which I think is really cool. This is the armored Thanos. Last year we did not receive a 12-inch version of this one. They only made the 5 or 6-inch scale basic figure version of this armored Thanos, and he talked and his Infinity Gauntlet lit up, but we never got a 12-inch version. So I'm very happy to have this one. I mean, there's so much detail. Oh my gosh, you guys. If you did a black wash with this, I think it would look absolutely fantastic. So a very cool figure. And I may end up doing that black wash myself. It'll let all of the lines and all of the detail really pop and stand out on this guy. So taking a look at the articulation, moving in the head side to side. He can look up a little bit and down just a tad. His arms come out, forward and back. No wrist articulation here, but we do get it on the other arm. And then he does have movement in his legs. It's a little hindered by his skirt, or whatever it is, his protective armor here. But it does work. His legs come out forward and back. A very cool figure. Very happy to have him. And I've got a backpack right here. It looks like the exact same sounds that we got last year. Nothing new here.
The Infinity Stones are mine. Suffer my wrath. Your power is nothing compared to mine!
So that's about it, you guys. Unfortunately, we're not going to learn anything new about this, phrases or anything that's related to the movie. It's all Infinity War stuff. But still, a very cool figure and one that I am very happy to have. Taking a look next at Ronin, one that I'm really excited for. Does it look like Clint Barton in there? Not entirely, but I can imagine it. I can see it. Very, very cool stuff. And just like the basic 6-inch figure, the hood is not attached, so there's movement in the head. But a very, very cool figure with a lot of detail as well. I really, really like it. Looks like it's sculpted all in black. And then there are gold accents, which is very nice. Very cool stuff. I really like this a lot. A very cool figure indeed. And I'm sure this is exactly what we're going to see in the film. This is how Clint Barton will be portrayed, at least to some extent, as far as I know. And then there is the time device on his hand. So, very cool stuff. If we take a look at Ronin's articulation, he's got movement in his head. It moves to the side just a bit, not very much, but it does work. His arms come out, forward, and back. Limited wrist articulation here. He's got a lot more articulation here. This wrist has full movement. No waist articulation. His legs move forward. They don't move back, and they do come out. And that's about it for Ronin. Also, it should be noted that his thumb is attached to his fingers. That way he can hold his sword without any problems. He also comes with a sword. However, unlike the basic 5-inch figure, this one is just all silver. There is no different color for the handle. And he should be able to hold it very nicely. Cool. Very cool. And it will not slide out of his hand, like I said, because the fingers are attached to the thumb. So very cool stuff. Very happy to have this Ronin figure. And now probably the most important thing that I want to know is whether or not this guy talks. Oh, you guys, it looks like they're all action phrases. Nothing is actually a voice. Well, that is a major bummer. We are not going to get any spoilers out of this Ronin figure. Oh, man. Regardless, it's still a really cool looking figure and one that I am very happy to have. But no sounds or phrases out of this guy either, unfortunately. Just action sounds. Taking a look next at Black Widow. She's a very, very cool looking character. And I gotta say, I really like her sculpt work a lot. The one thing, though, just be careful with the eyes. This one is looking just a little too far to the right. And a lot of them were really, really bad at Walmart. So make sure when you're picking which figure you want that you take a good, hard, close look and determine for yourself what you think is the best figure. But I gotta say, I really like the sculpt work on this figure. Very, very cool stuff. Very intricate, very detailed. And I really like the texture on the costume, too. It's really, really cool stuff. And so we can see that she's got 3 pegs that are a part of her plug and play. And we also got 3 pegs on the arm. And I believe that's how it works for all of these. Whatever is on their back is also on their arm. But very cool stuff. She looks awesome back with her red hair. I guess she's not hiding or in the shadows anymore. And so if we take a look at her articulation, movement in her head side to side, doesn't really look up or down too much. In the arms, they come out, forward, and back. No wrist articulation here or here, which I think is just because of a thin wrist and the way that it is sculpted. But still, very cool. Moving in the legs forward, not back, and they do come out. I have to imagine there's limited articulation because this is a kid's line, and they want these figures to last. And if you got wrists that can twist with real thin plastic, it might not work out so well. And I do have a backpack here.
I always hit my mark. Black Widow in position. Firing stingers.
So it sounds like the exact same stuff that we got last time with the blonde Black Widow.
I always hit my mark. Black Widow in position. Firing stingers.
Yeah, so again, same phrases from last year with the blonde Black Widow that had the green jacket. Nothing different there. Still, though, a really, really cool figure. I think she's one of my favorites out of this bunch, you guys. Definitely go pick her up over at Walmart. Next, taking a look at Hulk, he's a super cool looking figure. Another one with a ton of detail. I also had to be careful with picking out this figure because his eyes, this one are actually, that's not so bad here. Some of the other ones, they were not so good at all. So again, I don't know if it's a quality issue that Hasbro's having, but some of their figures have eyes printed really, really bad. But overall, I am definitely liking the sculpt of this figure. He's awesome. Super, super cool stuff. I gotta say, for 15 bucks, I think this one is worth it. Most definitely. No accessories or anything like that, but just the attention to detail is so on point, you guys. And I know it might look like just a basic figure. You got to get him out of the packaging and you got to really look at him because he is an awesome figure and is extremely detailed. So for articulation, moving in the head side to side, doesn't really look up or down. In his arms, they come out, forward, and back. We got movement in the wrist, which is cool. And the other arm with the time device, not so much. And just out of speculation, to me, it looks like this might be like a see-through kind of plastic, translucent here. I'm not entirely sure. But maybe if I find one of these figures with an arm device, we can dive a little bit further and see what it does. Because I have no plug-and-play arm devices as of yet. So, back to the articulation. Movement in the legs comes forward, comes out, and does not go back. And that's about it. And I do have a backpack so we can check out the phrases.
Hulk smash! I'm always angry.
And that's about it. The same phrases from last year.
Hulk smash! I'm always angry.
So that's about it for Hulk, a super cool figure. No new phrases out of any of these guys, though, unfortunately. Looks like we're just going to have to wait for the movie. For a size comparison with some of their previous counterparts from last year, we see that they are all exactly in the same scale. Everybody's the exact same height this year as they were last year. The Hulks look really, really cool next to each other. You can tell one has, I think, a nice, shinier, newer haircut. Our new Hulk also has a bit brighter green skin tone, which is very, very interesting. Our Black Widows are completely new sculpts. The only difference that I can see maybe is that the face sculpt is the same with different hair. Other than that, they are also brand new. And the same goes for Thanos. It looks like everything here is brand new. The only thing maybe that could have been reused is the Infinity Gauntlet, except that they had to make a hole into that one for the arm device. But very, very cool stuff. I really, really like it. And Hasbro has stayed true with their Titan heroes and kept them all in the same scale. And for one more size comparison, here are all of the Avengers Endgame figures that we have so far. Very cool stuff. Very happy to have these guys. You can tell Thanos is going to be a little bit out of scale, and the same goes for Hulk. But other than that, very, very cool stuff. They're all in 12-inch scale. And I gotta say, especially the Avengers in their uniforms, they look super, super awesome together. I really get major X-Men vibes. It just looks really, really cool. And I really like being able to see Captain America next to Ronin too. I think that is fantastic. But yes, overall, very cool stuff. And they are all definitely in scale with one another. Extremely, extremely excited for this movie and to see these figures stand side by side in the movie. It's going to be awesome. Alright, you guys, that about does it for this action figure review. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about these in the comments below. Once again, we got Ronin and we got Black Widow, 10 bucks at Walmart. And then we got Thanos and we got the Hulk, 15 bucks at Walmart. Definitely cool stuff. I think for me, Ronin, Black Widow, and Hulk, really, really cool. I'm very selective with my figures. Thanos is probably going to be debatable whether or not I need that one. But let me know what you're thinking, which ones you're really, really excited for. And I know we got War Machine, and I'm not sure what other 12-inch figures, Captain Marvel, a different Black Panther. So yeah, let me know what you're excited for. Once again, I'm Brandon. Keep it right here at my channel. As I find new stuff, I will absolutely review it. And thanks for watching. See you next time.